Hi everyone. I think I've discovered a new way to make a line drawing depending on how accurate you need to get it. And in today's video, we're going to do some explorations with artificial intelligence to see how we can use artificial intelligence to create line drawings for us. No more difficult drawing in Photoshop. You can just use ChatGPT and it will create a line drawing for you. I know there's a lot of you artists out there that are angry about artificial intelligence. It's creating all these images that are fooling people into thinking that these watercolors, quote unquote, are the next level watercolor, when really with us artists with well-trained watercolor eyes can tell that they're just made out of artificial intelligence. And these images are taking over Etsy. They're taking over Facebook, and I am one of the artists this is hurting. I don't sell as many prints as I used to before artificial intelligence. Despite that, I do want to embrace artificial intelligence as much as I possibly can, because you can either ride the wave or drown in it, is the way I look at it. And then there's another common argument that you hear people saying, well, it's just stealing from artists. None of the artists get credit. And I guess that's true, but also throughout the ages, us artists have looked at other artists' work and taken what we like from others' work and put it into our own work. And that happens with artificial intelligence too. It's not perfect. It doesn't give credit to all the artists that it took that style from, but it's kind of doing the same thing that artists have done for eons, which is look at other styles and take what they like from it and incorporate it into their own work. So that's another way that you can use ChatGPT, is to come up with ideas of reference materials and paintings to help you visualize where you want to go with your own work. The technology is still new and it's not perfect, but there are things that you can do to prompt the artificial intelligence. And yes, it is a whole job description to know how to prompt the artificial intelligence to give you what you want. So I'm going to show you some prompts today that worked pretty well for me and show you how you can make a line drawing out of your own reference photos so you can skip that laborious task of hand drawing out a line drawing. But first, my name is Rachel Parker Bonner, and I like to teach not just the how, but the why of watercolor so you move along your art journey a lot faster. There are 3 ways you can join one of my free communities. You can upload your photos to my Facebook group, where if you ask for a critique, we will give it to you. You can also join my Patreon for free, and that's kind of like joining my email list. And so I send out tips and tricks and what I'm working on to all my members, including my free members. And that's also a way to know what tutorials I'm working on next if you do think you might want to join on a paid tier. But there's a lot available to my free members, including my online chat community on my Patreon. So you can upload your pictures there as well if you want input. A third place that you can upload your photos and ask for critique or just share is my YouTube community tab, and this is brand new. I'm really excited about it. So it's not on desktop yet, so that means you need to be on your smartphone or maybe an iPad, anywhere you can use the YouTube app as opposed to the website on your computer or laptop. So you use the app, you go to my channel and you go to the community tab, and there is a new feature where you can upload your paintings. So I love that. So be sure to take advantage of that. A lot of you have already taken advantage of that. And in fact, some of my collectors, one of my collectors shared a painting she bought from me off eBay years ago, back in the day. That's how I got my start as an online watercolor artist, is eBay. So what a fun way to interact with you all. So I hope to see you in those places, and I will put links here. And remember, I will put links to supplies, to extra videos, to a fun bingeable list of my best, most popular tutorials that will give you lots of aha moments if you're a watercolorist. I'll put all that in a pinned comment, so be sure to check out my comment section. Be sure to check out my description. I have links to free tutorials and supply list. I have my most extensive supply list is at rachelstudio.com/supply supply list. Those are affiliate links, but they will not add to your cost at all. And I do encourage you to shop around. But anyway, shall we get into the good stuff now? Let's look at some ChatGPT. And then at the end, I will tell you more about my paid offerings on Patreon. So here we go. I have discovered a new way to make a line drawing, and it's with artificial intelligence. Let's look at some of the good things you can use artificial intelligence for. And I just took the leap this week and started paying for ChatGPT because it's so busy that it was kind of getting useless. But one of my Patreon members sent me this picture because when you join my Patreon for a year, you get more in-depth critiques and hand-holding. And she wanted to know how to start this painting. And I was like, you know what? I need to do a poodle. I really need to do a poodle. I need to do a dog. I haven't done a dog in forever. And my poor Patreon members are so patient with all my cats. I do a lot of cats. So if you like to paint cats in a dreamy yet realistic style, you'll love my Patreon because it's full of those. So let's go to ChatGPT. So we're going to put ChatGPT in the browser. All right, let's go to ChatGPT. You click on there's a little plus sign here, right here in the middle. You go to chatgpt.com. You can upload your picture. All right, so there's my picture. Create a simple black and white line drawing. The main features. Leave out shading. And accurate. I can't spell. I can't spell, y'all. And black and white of this dog. Okay, let's see what it gives me. Sometimes it's better than others. I will give you that. Make it 8 by 10 inches in .jpeg format. All right, and then if the ChatGPT is busy, it will take a while. And I paid for ChatGPT, so it's faster for me and better. Like there's different levels of artificial intelligence. And the more you pay now, and this is going to be how it is going forward, the better your experience will be, the better your renderings will be. If you want to use artificial intelligence for creating paintings, which we will look at also in a minute, then you might want to join Midjourney. Midjourney is better at creating paintings, although we should try Midjourney too and see what kind of line drawing it gives us. Oh no, the eyes don't look good. That doesn't look like the dog's eyes. See, it simplifies things. Okay, well this example isn't good. When I did flowers, it was perfect. We should try it in Midjourney and see if Midjourney is any better. That doesn't really look good. Not gonna lie. This did work really well for a flower painting. Let's see if it'll respond to me asking it to work on the eyes. Let's just give it one more chance before we move on to Midjourney and see how Midjourney does. Now, as an artist, I can fix the eyes, and the eyes are so important. I mean, that's not bad. You know, it's not bad. But I'm curious. Let's try. I have not tried this in Midjourney yet. Let's go over to Midjourney. All right, so I can show you some of the things that I've been doing in Midjourney. I want to make like a glowing cabin painting for Christmas this year. So this is before I paid. And also I wanted ideas on how to paint a really pretty sea turtle. I need to revisit some of these projects.
For every image that you create, there's a set of actions that you can take to build on it. Learn more about each of these creation actions by hovering on the text next to the buttons. Suppose I really like this image, but I want to create more versions of it. For that, I'll use the Very Strong tool. I'll click the button and return to the Create tab to view the generation. Now I have 4 more images that are inspired by the original. You can change your image generation settings at any time by clicking on this icon. Here, I'll change it so that my images generate in a landscape orientation by default. To organize or download your images, go to the Organize tab. Here, you can click and drag to select images, and from there, either add them to a folder or download. If you want to create with others, go to the Rooms tab. Here, you can see what others are creating, send messages in the chat, or create images of your own. There's a wide range of rooms available in the lobby for you to explore. If you're ever looking for inspiration, you can go back to the Explore tab. Here, you can view images, and you can even use them in your own prompts. This is just a small snippet of all the things you can do and explore with Midjourney. We hope you have a blast and can't wait to see what you imagine.
All right, so I uploaded a picture of Parker into Midjourney, and so far I have not had good results. I asked for just a black and white image. It gave me results with color, even though I said don't put color. So I would definitely, at the very least, need to work with Midjourney a little bit more and learn how to prompt it possibly. That's the other thing. Learning how to prompt artificial intelligence is a skill to be learned. So let's try, though, another example of maybe a flower, something that's, or let's try a different picture. Let's try this picture that I took in my garden. All right, let's see what it does with this. Okay, so it's getting the houses in there. This is better than Midjourney, which is interesting because Midjourney is typically a better app for making beautiful pictures. So that's interesting. Not bad. Pretty accurate. So it just depends on what your artistic goals are, how accurate you need your line drawing, but that's pretty good. Could be better. Let's try and see what it would do with a person. How about this one of my son and my husband in Edisto, which is where we're going in a little while. Also, depending on how busy the artificial intelligence is with other requests, it can be better or worse. I saw someone post in a group recently a really well done line drawing of a person that they got from, I assume, from ChatGPT. So you just have to kind of play with it. I mean, not bad. So, all right, thanks so much for joining me for this tutorial. If you would like to learn from me more in depth, I do put more content that is more in depth and lots of tutorials that are start to finish in real time with full voiceover. You get the reference, you get the line drawing, you can message me and ask me for tips. And so you just get a much more immersive experience if you join my paid tiers. And if you join for a year, You get 2 months free, and you get more in-depth access to me where you can email me your painting or your reference and ask me, where do I start? Or where do I go from here? And I will give you more in-depth critique. In fact, I've uploaded 2 recent student critiques to my Patreon, to my free members, so you can watch those in-depth critiques and learn from them yourself. So be sure to join me there, either as a free member or a paid member. And in fact, I am going to release a video to my paid members for more ideas on how to use ChatGPT to create reference material, to get ideas for improving your painting, for ideas for stylistic inspiration for your own paintings, which I've used that in past videos too. I will link some of those in the comments, so there will be a lot more content on ChatGPT and artificial intelligence on my Patreon. But there's also just a lot of tutorials, mostly dreamy but realistic animals. That's my forte. So if you like to paint dreamy, realistic animals, you might enjoy my paid offerings on Patreon. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to check out the comments and the description for more goodies from me. And until next time, go watercolor your world. Bye, everybody.